what matters is, what are we going to do about it today? What are you guys going to do about it? Because it's here and it's coming, and as you know from statistically, the CDC says now it's 1 in 100. The last incidence before that, they said it was 1 in 150, while they just now, the new study, is the prevalence is up 57% from the previous study. So, what does that mean? I mean, it scares me to death, I think. Well, how does that affect our military? How does that affect our business in the future? What is that going to do to our community? We need to open our eyes and we need to decide what we're going to do, because we know statistically that these children are going to be adults pretty soon. And as I was reading this, this is from the National Autism Association. It says, autism is a national health emergency. Our hope is that the government will finally declare it such so that proper prevention, treatments, and resources will be put in place. Immediate action is necessary for our community and for members of the general public who just became one doorstep closer to autism. In this group of maybe 30, 35 people, that means that 3 of your family members could potentially have autism. Who knows? A grandchild? You don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. I still don't want to think about it. But I have to, because every day it hits me in the face. And that's why Ed is going to show you this little clip. It's 7 minutes, and what it does, it says autism every day. This is what moms have to live with, dads have to live with. You know the divorce rate is phenomenal. They say it's up to 87%. They think that there's a genetic component, yes, but that's not the only thing. There are other things, because genetics alone, they could not reproduce that quickly for it to be a genetic issue alone. So yes, there is. What do I want you guys to do? Because I know if you have to leave, I appreciate that. What I would like to express to you is, number 1, understanding. Number 2, compassion. We have to continue to educate the public. We have to educate ourselves. What are we doing? Are these kids like somewhat more fragile? Are they like the canaries in the mines? You know, are they just something that we're doing, and other people, it's not affecting them as much as, you know, these certain children, individual, because of genetic components? We don't know. I just know we need to do something. This is kind of a heart-wrenching video clip, but I do want you, and I think that you guys, because you have the Key Club, and you have, right now, a girl who's looking to special ed. What an opportunity. We need more educators. We need more special ed teachers. We need more people in the community that say, okay, maybe I can't do anything, but let these individuals come volunteer in my business. Yeah, it takes more time and energy to have them there, but these people want to work. They really do. I mean, my son, and I brought his Hall of Fame because I wanted you to know that we have to set goals for Jacob that are very simplistic, and that was his goal last year, and he met most of his goals like in February. And one of the reasons I brought that picture is because Lee Willingham was one of our goals. Our goal was for our son to be able to go to get his hair cut in a shop and not have a complete meltdown. And Lee's picture was taken with a cell phone, and it's there in the center. He is on my Hall of Fame because he worked with Jacob. He knew it was a struggle. He has terrible sensory issues, and hair cutting is one of the worst. It's like taking your fingernails and pulling them out one by one every time you clip a piece of hair off them. I don't understand it. I don't know why. I just know I have to deal with it every single time we get a haircut. Every time I go to the dentist, he can't handle it. He knows for some reason it's excruciatingly painful. But I've got him now where we count to 100 every time I take a stroke. So he knows there's an end to this. It's going to end by the time I get to 100, and I hope by the time I get to 100 I've gotten it clean enough. So, you know, those are the kind of things you learn to do. And you'll watch this video. It is kind of hard and it's loud, but it does show what autism is like to live every day. Go ahead.
How old is he?
He's just turned 11.
You can't really take a day off of autism. Autism never took a day off on me.
She always has to have my attention, and it's exhausting. He doesn't speak much at all. Hi. Hi. He has never spoken a single word.
Everything about Daniel's life that seems normal for a typical kid, like going out to dinner or going to a park, all that for us is work.
Oh, good.
A little bit more. I'm almost done.
I so hope I won't be changing diapers when he's 6.5.
I didn't choose to do this. I'm not a therapist. I was drafted. I have an autistic child.
Everything I do is about autism. I have to stay home with him because I have to facilitate the therapist, going here, going there, the medication, the constant medical appointments.
The parents of autistic children often stick together, and we have to.
Because they understand if your kid is having a meltdown and there's no judgment, it's just that's how it is.
They have no idea how easy it is compared to that. You know, your heart is breaking all day long. You know, you think about his future and all the pain he's in, and I don't think they can understand that. And the parents who are going out for bagels together and are like, oh, do you want to come for a bagel? And I think, yes, in another life, I'd love to come for a bagel. But right now, I have to write down what he's doing so we can go home and work on that. And then I have to take the other two to therapy. So, no, I can't go for a bagel. Danson ran out the door himself, which was absolutely terrifying. It was freezing cold, no shirt on, and no shoes on.
Daniel had walked at the front door.
He got away from me, and he was running down the middle of First Avenue.
She took off once, and we had to call the police.
I was just running straight on into traffic.
Daniel wouldn't look at traffic. Running, sprinting down to that traffic light.
He's going to get hit by a car.
I feel like I'm playing this game, which is life or death to me. Can't you just keep your child quiet? No.
People have no idea what it's like to have a child with autism.
We're just judged more harshly and more constantly and expected to do things that no human being should be expected to do.
Why is he hitting himself?
It's always heartbreaking. When Jody was on the swings and crying, the other moms were